Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years, and our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Today, we see who's better in the NFC, between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints.
Ready to get this one going. And here we go from New Orleans. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yes! There we go, boy. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott opening with a pass. Look at this, going deep right away. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go.
47.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Man, this offensive season has barely begun, and they are already, Brock, celebrating in that end zone. I mean, still basically a full 17 games to go, but so far, so good.
Yeah, pay off all of that offseason work. The OTAs, the mini camps, get into preseason, training camp, all of it. And you can't do it much better than that.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Warriors 17.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Buying some time left. He's on the run, deep down the middle. His first throw is an interception. Kirby Joseph picks it.
Milton's pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Prescott here from the gun. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Dak now from the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Here we go, 46, 40. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why?
Prescott now on 3rd down. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Has this at the 6. Worked so far, he's got room. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. One play in Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Off the play fake. Here's Milton. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Well, you love when you can go from 1st down to 1st down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. That's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So the left first down stands since it worked out well for him. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10.
Hold the ready.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Come on.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Prater adds the PAT. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game. Now Prater on to send it away.
Prater to kick off for Arizona.
Fielded at the 7. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Saints to the line now. First and 10. First down, here's Dak. Into the hands of Pickett. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints stretch their early lead to 9. George Pickens the touchdown. Going after, up and good by McPherson. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Got his man. Hopkins has it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hey, here we go.
Here's Achane from the pistol. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Our score, 17-7. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Now stick with Achane. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, it's Milton. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
Throwing now, Milton. Finds his back. H-Hand. They're going to give him the 24-yard line. He stopped a step short of that first down marker.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left. Here's H-Hand. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Line up the design keeper. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's a design run. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
With the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. H-Chan. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Ready?
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. And he scores. That's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals face a 4-point deficit.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Always set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First down 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
60 Bison. Here we go. 70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Play fake. It's Milton. And this one is launched downfield. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take the lead on the first play of the drive. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead.
Saints 17.
Now Prater on to send it away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Dak to the air here. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, 40. Everybody, kill. Then we're going to 53. 26.
First and 10, Prescott. And he put everything he's got behind it. This is brought in at the 15. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Completes it again to Pickens. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a second quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Gets everything he has under this one. This is caught inside the 15. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Trying to run it in. Achane. And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Prater adds the PAT. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Now Prater on to send it away.
Raiders to kick off for Arizona.
Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
But not any on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Now here's Prescott. Check it down to Taylor. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
There it is, touchdown New Orleans! The Saints get some late points and the lead. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Here's Milton. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. Big man's showing up the yards. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to score. Everybody kill. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the gun is Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. So second down coming up.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Second and 10, so at the 28.
Here we go, 46. Hey, kill. 26.
Throwing again is Dak. He's taken down after reaching the 30. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Throw here, third down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Takes it in at the 26.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, first and 10.
19 tight. Ready. Not saying 19, 70.
They'll go play action. Complete right side to Washington. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. Second and 3 now.
43-yard line.
Warriors, 70. Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. Milton now. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Give him 25 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Milton. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And it sets up second down. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Staying on the ground here with Achane. Still fighting forward. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first at second 10.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Ready.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Now Prater on to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Off the play fake. Hits Prescott. Lasers this one deep down the middle. They connect on the deep shot. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints start the second half with some needed points. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Trap 60.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
Ready.
Hits him on the out route. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy can turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First down, Cardinals.
Look at my team.
Handoff running left. It's Achane. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
Second and 6.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Come on.
Third down run from Achane. Looks through and breaks away. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. It's a big play, and that's him 17 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And now they face second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing now, Milton. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 13-point lead. Prater on for the PAT.
Prater lining up for the point after.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Now Prater on to send it away.
Prater to kick off for Arizona.
Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. And nearly intercepted as that trick play almost ended in disaster. Second and 10, still at the 28.
Second down and 10.
Back to the air, Prescott. Gets this one to Blake Corum. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Saints first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
44-yard line.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And now it's second down. Dak throwing again. He throws a bullet down the left side. Brought in deep down the sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
He's going to keep it this time. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. This play going under review by the officials. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. So they wanted to take another look, and that turned out to be a good decision. The call on the field overturned. Dak to the air here. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take wide eight. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to wide eight. Everybody kill. Then we're going to 53. I got him. 26.
3rd and long for him here. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal.
Yeah. Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go 46. Here we go 46. Hey, kill. Here we go. Going to 46.
Desperation time here. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut! And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It's Achan on the inside give. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Milton. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
He's going to have this one down to the 28. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's an Arizona touchdown.